This mini-series is brought to you by the Animates Patreon. If you want to get access to ad-free episodes, videos, and more, check out patreon.com/Animates. Welcome back to the Animates Neon Genesis Evangelion watch-through series. This week, we have moved on from the original series to the rebuild of Evangelion film series. Today, we'll be doing a short discussion about You Are Not Alone before diving into a deeper, more wildly different film, which is You Cannot Advance. The remaining two films will get their own episode, but because the first film is almost a shot-for-shot remake, there's not as much to talk about, so that would have been like a 10-minute episode, and then off y'all went. But, Lindsay.
Mackenzie.
Starting with Evangelion 1.11, and for the listeners home being, wasn't it 1.0? We watched the full-length uncut version, which is 1.11.
Oh, okay.
Which was a retelling of the first 6 episodes, and how was that for you?
I mean, like, I generally am of the camp that science fiction content will look better when you give it more modern technology. So there was, certain things that definitely, like, the angels look a lot cooler, the colors are a lot brighter, things like that. Like the AT field is a rainbow now, which is really cool. You're able to have more complex animation with CGI, which I think really heightened it.
Holy shit, the movie looks good. Some people really got mad that there was CG effects, and sometimes that shit doesn't work, but it's so good in this.
Yeah, I think it works well, and it is integrated very well in this. So, I don't know, those people can have their own opinions, and we can have a polite conversation about it.
It's anime. There's no such thing as polite conversation.
Oh, well then. Fuck it, weebs. Anyways.
But the films have a different tone, I feel, as well. Even though it's almost shot for shot, the characters they seem a lot less depresso.
I think I would agree with you. I believe that my mental state watching this was a lot more calm, and I wasn't as mentally wrecked after watching both of these films, whereas opposed to like when we watched Toji in, what was it, Unit 3 or whatever, in the series, I was like, I need to cry and not watch this, it's still all these devastating things that are happening, but they are framed in a way that's not as mentally taxing for the audience.
And they happen a lot quicker because they're like, we're gonna get through all these episodes.
They got slammed through these episodes, especially the second movie.
Well, the second movie's got a whole bunch of new stuff because it kind of changes out, but there are a few main things that are different in this one.
Okay.
Number 1, they took Ritsuko in a swimsuit away from the fans.
Oh man, I mean, you kind of get a flash of her backside.
Oh, in a wetsuit in the dark. How dare they do this? Now, we do get some more Misato fan service in these films, which I guess
we do
adds up. But I was so annoyed. I totally forgot about that because I was watching and I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, damn it, I forgot they fucking got rid of my ship.
Mackenzie wrote a strongly worded letter.
Love Ritsuko.
How dare they?
How dare they? So that's number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, Rei has more personality.
Yeah, I really liked that. I liked that we kind of got more insight into kind of her internal motivations and things like that, and how she is trying to relate and be more human. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, and in movie number 2, we get way more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Shinji's runaway scene does not involve camcorder at all. It's just him sleeping in the streets.
He literally has a cardboard box covering him. Man.
Which does kind of like make it feel more like a personal journey, because he feels less like a whiny little shit in this. Still a whiny little shit, but kind of less of one. But yeah, that's a big one.
Well, and even Misato seems to have more like disciplinary moments with him in this as well.
Yeah, she is a lot less of a flirty figure with him per se. And a lot more of like a fucking shit.
Like a guardian.
Yeah. Not to say she doesn't have those moments, but
no,
she's definitely more guardian-esque.
Yeah, they pepper in more of the like guardian parental guidance kind of disciplinary moments.
Yeah. And then another big thing, obviously we mentioned the visuals, but things are looked at a whole lot more in depth. Like when we're seeing Tokyo 3, when she takes him to show him the city as it rises from the ground, we see all of the internal workings of how that goes.
Really cool.
And it just feels really great because we didn't get that in the series because it wasn't about those technical aspects, but the movie kind of gave us that chance to get that.
And it almost seems like they had the technology that gave them the ability to kind of, repeat and manipulate things that they would have to draw individually or whatever.
Yeah, and the budget was clearly a little higher.
Oh yeah, the budget was clearly very much higher.
But the biggest things, the final two for the first movie, obviously the angels looking good, but it's the last fucking angel in that last fucking battle that is so damn cool.
Oh man, it's kind of crazy.
It like screams this like chilling.
The sound design for the angels and the Avas in this was so cool because they mix this like metallic mechanic sound with like animal howls, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it's so good. And that geometric angel like just keeps warping and transforming
just
thanks
like a
to
kaleidoscope.
3D. Yeah,
that
like
was so cool.
Does its big attack and it like and just like goes all crazy. So fucking cool.
The timing or the pacing or whatever in that one was so interesting because I watched it and I was like, oh, did they actually get it in one shot this time instead of two? And then it was like, haha, JK, like it's still alive. And I was like, oh shoot, they are still keeping it with two shots, but it was really interesting. And one thing I liked is that you got to see, first off, more people in Nerve in the command center, which I thought was really good because it is a, military.
Yeah, it's not just like
operation.
Ritsuko and her two scientists.
Yeah, like there was actual people. They were doing science shit. They were making plans. They were doing battle maps, things like that. It wasn't, they still had the line of like, call it female intuition, but at least you could see the rest of the time there are scientists making educated decisions on what the best plan of attack is.
That whole ending scene, like when it explodes, all that blood.
Just LCL just raining down.
So much. Like
they put everything.
They put their whole studio Carusi into this scene.
Jeez.
Because this is no longer Gynax.
What is Carusi?
It's Studio Carusi.
Oh, okay. Copy. I was like, CGI? No, that doesn't make sense.
No, Studio Gynax was not involved in this. Ono took it to Kara.
And if you want to learn more about that, Mac did a really good video essay about Gynax on our YouTube channel, so check that out for more background on them.
Yeah, it's a whole thing titled The Rise and Fall of Studio Gynax.
Whoa, how accurately titled.
But the biggest change in 1.1 is the introduction of a woo-woo so early on.
I know, I was like, why is a woo-woo here?
And why is he on the moon?
In the moon? Yeah. I was like, what's going on?
He's working with the organization on the moon that's building his Ava.
Yeah, that was really ominous.
And if you'll notice, he rises from a coffin.
Is he a vampire?
And there are 3 opened coffins before him and multiple coffins after.
What?
I wonder what that means, Lindsay.
Oh, no!
A question to be answered another day.
Oh, man. Yeah, oh, man. I'm so interested. Good thing you told me to watch that last scene in number 2, because I would have not done it. Speaking of a woo-woo.
I was sitting there and I was like, because why would you watch the credits?
I wouldn't.
Anime doesn't usually have after credit scenes.
This is Marvel.
I was like, oh shit, it's kind of important. It's not just like a fun little teaser. It's like a plot point.
Yeah, it's like kind of crucial.
But yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
1.11, beautiful looking rebuild. Obviously same story, kind of reorganized a little bit.
Yeah. We need to talk about some voices. We'll do this one because I don't know if you have the same point as me. But Misato thought it was Jennifer Tilly at first.
Okay. 100% I thought the exact same thing.
I went to go Google it, and then Prime has X-ray, so it was able to tell me who the voice actor was. But I was like, did they get Jennifer Tilly to do this? Amazing! I didn't know she was a weeb, but no, it's not Jennifer Tilly. So,
but there's some people that are way worse offenders of this voice.
Yeah, Mackenzie, I have a question for you.
Why
is Toji a 40-year-old man now?
Why does he sound older than every other person in this entire series?
Even though I'm 14, I just grew my first 4 neck hairs, beard hairs. Oh my gosh. I don't understand. That casting doesn't make sense. He should be an older person. He should be one of the scientists. He shouldn't be a 14-year-old boy. I just don't know. I don't know.
Especially considering like camcorder was still like his usual kind of youthful self.
Yeah, he was just like a young kid talking. I don't know why this is my voice for a young child. I don't know. Oh man.
Any other notes on the 1.11 you needed to bring up?
No, I think that's pretty much. Oh no! We need to talk about the fact that Shinji meets Lilith in the first movie.
Oh right,
that's kind of a big fucking difference.
So,
and Masato knows about Lilith.
So for the folks at home, I got a new phone, and for some reason my notes didn't sync from my episode 1, so I watched 1.11 again today at 4x speed and paused to make notes when things popped up. I totally missed that part. You're right. Yeah, that's another big change.
Yeah.
We see Lilith in the basement because she shows it to Shinji right away, which was a wild fucking crazy ass change.
What is going on? Why are we meeting her right off the bat? And why does Masato know about her?
It takes away that whole like subplot of like espionage because they didn't have time for that in these films, right? Like it wouldn't make sense. So yeah, they were just like, we know about it. Now she doesn't know everything about the Human Instrumentality Project.
Okay, so that she's still in the dark about that, but she does know about Lilith in the basement, internal dogma and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, she knows all about, which again is because that was such a huge plot point in the original series that this was like, wow, okay.
No, it was kind of crazy. Anyways, I think that's all of my notes now. Or movie 1.
2.22 has some similar elements to the episode that's meant to be, which is all of like 6 to like fucking the end of the series.
Yeah.
But overall, it is a new retelling of events that have happened. We've got new story points, all new angel designs, and characters.
You could still see the spirit of the original angels that they were based off of, but it was definitely taking them into kind of the 21st century.
Oh yeah, some of them being 100% new. But yeah.
Oh, actually, I do have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
So this is different. Is it like, because we obviously, and maybe this is a question to ask after we break down the episode or the movie, but like, is there a reason that it's so different from like, what is the point of having a retelling at this point? To just Anno have new stuff that he wanted to say? Or was it like stuff he didn't get to do with the original series? What was the motivation behind having this project at Greenlit?
In the Neon Genesis Evangelion booklet for the 1.11 DVD release, there was a message from Anno. He stated that his sincere feelings on the film, he wanted to create a new feeling within the Evangelion world that could be constructed with new technology, moving away from his roots at Gainax and really setting up like something new with Kara. He said that Ava's a story that repeats itself. And it's a story where all of these people see all of these horrors with their own eyes, but they still try to stand up again. And so he wanted to retell that story in a new way that just felt right to him. It's kind of like I want to do it because I just fucking want to do it.
I mean, fair. And people are going to go see it because, I mean, Evangelion is, massive. So it makes sense that, like, you can redo it and people will still go see it, even if it isn't a direct retelling, because people are going to have it opens a dialogue. I mean, obviously we're doing a podcast about it, but like to kind of have these conversations about mental health and experiencing horrors and trauma and stuff like that. So I get it.
No, that makes sense. And again, when you come out of depression, you see things with like a new set of eyes. And sometimes it's like, fuck it, I want to redo something I've already done. And not in a way that makes the original null and void.
No.
Because I don't think you should watch this movie first. I think you should watch the original series first to truly understand these. Because if you watch this and then the original, I think you're missing out on a lot of the nuance that exists within Evangelion. So anyone listening, if you haven't actually watched Evangelion, watch it before watching these movies. To really, if you don't care about any of the stuff, then sure, just go watch the movies. But if you really want to
you'll be entertained.
Yeah, if you really want to get like some understanding, watch the series first. And I mentioned this a little bit before, but a bunch of tone shifts with the characters too. Everyone's less insufferable. Even Asuka is less me. She's still me, but she's a lot less me.
What I don't know. Let's just get into this now. I liked Asuka a lot better in this one because she, first off, it's not like creepy and fan servicey. Like she has some autonomy and stuff like that. But it also shows her skills off really well. So she has this ego of being like, I'm Unit 2's pilot. I'm the only one who can do it. I'm amazing, blah, blah, blah. But then we actually get to see it. And she gets a moment to shine, which is really great.
I don't know if you noticed this. In the moment before when they're like saying you have to go on like the school trip with Kaji,
Hmm.
she doesn't want to do it because in these movies, she's not obsessed with Kaji.
I know. And I really appreciated that.
It was a real nice breakaway because her whole thing was like, I'm the best and I love Kaji, and that was it.
Hmm.
And in this one, it's like, I'm great, but I'm actually going to show you I'm really great.
Exactly. And then it also really helps because it makes it more devastating later on when she can't kill the angel.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
instead of just being whiny about it, we actually know she's capable.
Yeah, it's not just her talking the talk and just being an egotistical little shit. Like, she can genuinely walk the walk and she can take these angels out. She's so good at it.
I don't miss the Kaji.
I know.
Kaji.
I don't miss that at all. I'm so glad they got rid of it.
Speaking of new characters in the show, we open up with a new character and Ava.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was Asuka at first.
I was literally, my next note was, did you think this was Asuka?
Yeah, 100%. I literally wrote different pilot, is this Asuka? Because then my next note is Kaji.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I was like, well, we don't have Asuka yet. Is this how we're introducing her? Like, not in her iconic red suit and not like seeing anything really about her and just seeing her kick butt from this like really creepy spidery angel.
Spidery angel.
Yeah, it's like in the tubes and stuff.
This is the bone angel.
Oh, someone looks. I put this Eva looks like the weird spider guy from Baldur's Gate 3.
The Evangelion does.
Oh yes, sorry, you were correct. Ava, Angel, Lilith, Adam, whatever.
Editor's note, Lindsay was correct. The bone angel does have spidery legs. I'm just a moron, and I have already apologized to her for that. I actually really love Ava Unit 5 because it's the first non-humanoid Ava, and it operates in such a unique way.
I thought it was just like a cool little add-on, like when they have to go in the magma and they have to like put the suit on. Like I thought it was just a different,
just like an all-terrain
accessory. Yeah,
all-terrain legs.
All-terrain Ava.
No, all new Ava Unit 5. It looks so cool.
Was Ava 5 the one that got destroyed in the Nevada desert in the first in the series?
I don't remember which one that was, but I really love the plug suit for this test unit too. The cool shield visor and everything on it.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I do like this one way better than like the test plug suit that we have later on in the show that Asuka wears. What the fuck was that?
We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
But this battle's so cool. This angel's cool. The whole idea
movement of it is really interesting.
Well, the whole idea behind the Ava or the angel is that they froze it basically, and they've been keeping it frozen. They've done so much testing on it that's all that's left on it is some artificial veins to keep it alive and its bones and its core basically.
That's so cool.
When it breaks free, it's just skidding around with just bones.
Gross.
And it just looks so good during that battle. And because like there's no tact. This character just like, fuck it, we ball.
Yep.
And they just do their thing and they fuck it up. And nope, it's not Asuka when she removes her helmet.
I was like, who is this chick? Because also she like parachutes down after the Ava unit is like destroyed, because apparently that was according to plan.
At the end, because you're right, this was to purposely blow up that Ava, because she knows Kaji. So there's a bit of that kind of Kaji mix going on there.
Oh my gosh.
But she specifically, we see the adults being like, I feel bad for using children. And then it cuts to Mari being like, I feel bad for using the adults.
That is kind of fun.
Because she's got her own agenda.
Well, and then they mentioned the key of Nebuchadnezzar.
That's basically just Adam in its embryonic state. Except in this, it's depicted as just its nervous system.
Oh, cool.
So that's kind of that. But no, Mari is an interesting character. We will see more of her later, but I think she's fun. But we jump straight to the graveyard scene.
Oh man.
And it's huge.
It's a giant graveyard. Holy moly. And again, Gendo just is a downer and no pictures of mom because then bye son, nice chat. I'm gonna leave you here.
At least this one shows Masato waiting for him at the road.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Because the last one, it was literally just like walking through the desert.
Bye, son.
I'm going to go join Ray in the helicopter that you can't join us in.
Yeah, like Nerve personnel only. Oh, you're part of Nerve. We still don't want you there. Like, what was going on? Yeah, well, after this, is this when we go to the moon? We go to the moon after this.
No.
What? What happens after that?
The next scene with this angel, which is all geometric, but it looks like a geometric, like those little things that dip into the water, like the birds and pop back up.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
yeah. It was like it was supposed to be the spidery one.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a pendulum and it looks like one of those drinking birds, but super geometric. And
That was really cool.
yeah, where Asuka, instead of like Asuka appearing on the ship with like a panty shot and all that stuff, it's
Yeah.
like, nah, she's gonna skydive in from a fucking plane in
There's
her
like
Ava.
a bunch of missiles being shot at her that she can just avoid all of them. So badass.
Kicks Angel's ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. She's still cocky, of course.
Absolutely. She deserves
she's
to be. She
Asuka.
just killed an angel.
But yeah, she like fucks this angel up hardcore. It's like kicks through its core, does the next core, bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a cool angel. He's so cool.
Oh man, I did love it.
Geometric just feels alien.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They feel more biblically accurate, you know?
Jeez, 7 eyes and
Just
8 wings and
Although I'm not sure if you noticed, they did change the face of Lilith in this.
yes, I did. She has a mask now instead of like the 7 eyes and the square or the triangle. I don't know how shapes work, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, I did notice that. I don't know if I like it more.
No?
I don't know. I think I liked the weird 7 eyes, but the 7 eyes one is on the moon now.
Kind of. Yeah. It's not, that's just like the
one
base
it
of
has the one that's on the moon has 7 eyes.
Yeah.
Now are we on the moon? We're going to talk about the moon now. Okay. Well, and then so this is all happening, and then next we're at the moon because why not? We couldn't go to Antarctica at this time, I guess. We had a bigger budget, so we had to go outer space. I don't know. And they like screw over Gendo and Fuyu fuck me.
You just call him Gozo.
Gozo, because they came to like check out their stuff, and then Zayle's like, no, you are not allowed to land. You are not allowed to come see anything.
They're literally like, we came all the way to the fucking moon and they won't let us land.
Yeah, which I was like, what a power move. But we get to see the construction of Evangelion Unit 6.
Yep, with fucking Uwu just chilling out in the like atmosphereless moon.
Yeah. No safety suit at all. It just doesn't make sense. And they're like, what is this kid doing?
Yeah, even like Gendo was like, what the fuck? How is this kid out here?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. Is this how Gendo gets Adam? Is that like what happens in this? No. Okay. By your looking at your face, no, he does not get Adam.
Lindsay, there's more movies to go.
I'm like trying to compare it to the original series, and I'm like, when does he get the styrofoam pack of Adam to morph into his hand?
Well, that's what Kaji's got.
Oh, does he still have it in this?
That's the key of Nebuchadnezzar. That's what I was saying. That was Adam.
Oh, okay. Great. I'm glad
We
we're
just
talking
talked about that.
I know. I didn't think anybody had the key of Nebuchadnezzar. I thought it was just like, we're going to talk about it. We need it. I don't know where it is. Turns out I don't know where it is, even though they told me.
Well, this is because this is when we see Kaji next, is he sees Shinji in the train station and he makes the comment about how they both know what Masato wears to bed.
Oh,
because he's living with Masato.
Okay, before we get to this creepy moment, I have one more question about the moon. Kaworu calls Gendo father. What's that about?
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Oh! What does it mean? Why is he father?
Father.
I don't like it.
It's also interesting that he says that Kaji or Uwu also says something about this time, but we'll get to that. No, Kaji's carrying the literal thing of Adam on his wrist through the train station, trying to get to Nerve or whatever.
Jeez.
And just like weirds out Shinji being like, I know who you are. Bye.
Yeah, he doesn't seduce him until later.
No, but we do get him seducing Ritsuko.
Oh, yeah. And then Misato is like just fuming in the window.
Just like,
oh,
so good.
Man, I love it so much.
He's obviously getting it on with Ritsuko.
Yeah.
But in a more casual way, because she's even like, you could still go get with Masato. And he's like, no, the ship is past.
No, it hasn't. She still loves you. Don't do it. Go for Misato. I ship him.
The next scene is when Asuka moves in.
Oh my gosh.
She has more stuff than she previously had.
I just was like, she has a lot of shit
But
again.
this time, and it happened in the first movie as well, but we get that Austin Powers type scene where she runs out afraid of
Oh,
Pen
yeah.
Pen, but it's covering like her boobs as well. And then Masato grabs the beer and there's a
straw.
straw.
Oh, I love the comedic bits of it. Oh my gosh, bits. I just it was very good. I did like that they had that the mirror scene or whatever.
And then she like drop kicks Shinji, but the plate he's carrying covers her crotch as she flies through the air. They could have been weird with it, but they made it
It
fun
could have been
instead.
really weird, but I'm glad they didn't do that. It's still like a little bit weird, but it's like cheeky.
Another little change with Asuka, her last name is no longer Soryu in this.
Oh, what is it? I didn't even clock that. I barely clock first names.
Shikanami.
Is there a reason for that?
Maybe.
Shika Noko Noko.
Noko
Yeah. That's her name now.
Yeah, Shikanami, which we'll have more information once we finish these movies. I can maybe bring up some theories related to this,
Okay.
but I can't see anything now.
Okay. Because I did also see that Asuka has the doll that her mom thought was her.
Oh, that's another big change. In this movie, she is not afraid of dolls.
Well, that's good.
In fact, she talks to her dolls as like little friends, like a teen girl.
Yeah, like like if you need to talk things out loud. Yeah.
So that's nice.
I just love they like go to an aquarium and they're like, "Whoa, look at all these cool creatures." And I was like, "Oh no." That was the thing. Okay. They made it the world seemed different after Impact. Cuz in the first series I was kind of like, "There's more water." Like I didn't really understand how much the world changed after the second Impact, whereas in this one it's like, there's red water now because it's LCL and there's, things like
the
that.
oceans were gone, ocean animals were gone.
Yeah.
This whole facilities thing is turning the water back to being blue, clean water.
Yeah.
And reintroducing and basically growing from like DNA samples all of these forms of sea life. So it's weird for us as people to be like, why are these people excited about a turtle? Have they never seen turtles or fish?
Because turtles are cool.
And then you realize almost all meat is artificially grown. Almost no animals from the ocean exist anymore, except for in places like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like really neat to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love that entering this facility, you have to go through this like crazy cleaning process.
Oh man, those poor kids. But again, I understand. You don't want to introduce like weird bacteria to these organisms that weren't around for it to begin with. So they don't have the immune systems to fight it off. Like it 100% makes sense.
But it's like a 40-step process. And the only person who's chill in all of these like montage scenes is just Ray meditating in the background.
Of course it's Ray.
I really love that.
Yeah, me too.
But Shinji gets given some new personality traits.
In what regards?
He's good at cooking.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, we do see that he's good at cooking, and it makes Asuka grumpy.
Mad? Yeah.
Jealous?
Well, because then he like, Ray's like, I don't eat meat. Sorry, I can't eat anything. And he was like, well, I've also made this tofu miso soup for you.
Oh, yes. And she's like,
Asuka gets so fucking pissed.
I was like, girl, calm down. You're fine. Man, now I want miso. Gonna have miso after this.
Everyone's got feelings for Shinji, apparently.
Wow, he's got the Riz. The whiny baby Riz. Well, and we also get to see don't we get to see the impact site as well?
Yep. Yeah.
Which is
from
really
space.
Cool. Oh man.
This crazy rainbow like effect on half of the Earth.
Yeah. I was like, that's really cool. I like that.
Again, these films were like, you know what we're gonna give people? The visuals we didn't have time to give them last go around.
Lots of rainbows. That was the other thing. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna get off topic again. Rainbows. It was kind of funny because every time an angel gets killed, there's a rainbow, and it kind of made me think of in the Bible when with Noah's Ark at the end of the flood, God sends a rainbow to like promise to humanity that he'll never do it again. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
I mean, we know that Anno just liked religious imagery, so there's a good possibility that he read that and was like, that's a great thing to throw in here.
That's a really cool idea. Let's also shoehorn that in with no other meaning other than it looks cool.
Exactly. So that's a really good observation. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's pretty chill.
Is it chill?
Sorry, I was reading my next note as I said that. My next note was Shinji's a lot more chill in this movie.
Yes, he is a lot more. He's still whiny at points, but he's not as whiny, which is nice.
No, he seems a bit more adult.
But yeah, now we're getting to the cool angel, the giant eyeball angel, and like it folds out, which is really cool and really scary looking. And again, like pops off because of CGI.
Oh yeah, this is one of those things where again the CGI looks incredibly good.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm usually anti-CGI thrown into anime, but that's usually because it's done like absolute horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this one they're like, nah, it's gonna
We're
blend.
gonna make it look so ballin'.
No, the angel's so freaking cool.
Oh my gosh,
Like-
I love it. I think this one's my favorite.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like a flying fish's wings, but multiples with like the rainbow eyes, and it's yeah,
Mhm.
it's super.
I
neat.
think it's really cool. Oh my gosh, I love this angel.
This part also is from one of my favorite battles from the original, where they have to like catch it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But in this one, because it evolves, because it doesn't start as a giant floating thing, and this one
No,
it's like
it's just
something
kind of like
different.
origami's out.
Shinji is the only one that gets there in time, only because they put up walls like a fucking bike velodrome to help him like circle around the city to get places faster. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Man, and they're like jumping hurdles and shit. I was like, my tight hips could never. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why they need 14-year-olds to pilot the Avas, because they're so flexible. Unlike our old asses who can't even touch our toes.
I mean, honestly, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We just solved the problem.
We solved it, guys.
They put some 35-year-old in there once. He did one hurdle and was like, oh, my back.
He's like, oh no, this is how it ends.
We solved it. Evangelion solved.
Oh man, we don't need to do the rest of this series. We figured it out, dude.
No, but this one's cool because they don't just like catch it and then Shinji stabs it. It's like a whole, he catches it. Asuka can't do it, which gives her problems because of course it
Mhm.
does. Rei grabs the core and then Asuka stabs it.
Yeah. But there's like, this is the one, right? There's so many that I kind of lose track of which angel battle is which. But it's like, they aren't really sure. Like, it leaves you on a really big cliffhanger as to whether or not the power was able to sustain the impact and the force long enough for
Mhm.
them to defeat the angel.
Because it pulls back on this angel and it's over the city and its wings are coming down to make impact with the earth to crush everything. And you're like, what? And then blood. So
Just
much
rain and
fucking
blood.
blood.
Hallelujah. It's kind of crazy.
So much blood.
Oh my gosh. The blood. The blood. Well, we move on to, oh gosh, the most heartbreaking arc of the original series is the testing of Unit 3. So that was really fun. It was interesting because they introduced the Vatican laws for this now. So apparently the UN has made it law that every country can only have 3 Avas in circulation or whatever. So they have to put Unit 2 into like storage. And Asuka's like hates it because Unit 2's her baby. They go to do tests for it, and Asuka is volunteered for piloting Ava.
Yeah,
Unit 3.
which is good because you're like, oh shit, they're just going to shaft Asuka, but they're like, JK, you're going to pilot this other one.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, that makes sense. I love the line where she's like, if this works, can you paint it red for me? And I was like, I love that. Oh, it was cute.
Now, before we get to that real quick,
Okay.
before we get to the incredibly depressing stuff, just so that this doesn't get lost, we get Mari's entrance again.
Yes.
When she parachutes in, lands on Shinji,
Mm-hmm.
and then sniffs him.
Yeah, she's obsessed with sniffing. She's like a Shih Tzu.
She's just like, you smell like LCL.
Ugh, so weird. You just smell like blood.
She likes it. Now, here's an interesting
Okay.
thing about her.
Okay.
She's a technical teenager.
What the fuck does that mean?
You'll have to wait for the third
You're
film.
such an asshole. But
But also, because this we can't skip this because this does add to the sadness of this next scene.
Okay.
First off, Kaji's a bit of a creeper.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this yet.
No. And I think like we should
Yeah.
because he gets way too close and almost kisses Shinji as a joke.
I was like, this is one of those weird jokes that like predators do when they get caught trying to make a move and then they try and play it. They're like, oh, I was just joking. Like, guys, stop taking it so seriously. It's just weird. It goes way too far. Like, this is a 14-year-old dude. Like, you don't have to seduce him like it's Misato.
Well, he even gives the line like, he's like, but you're a guy. And he's like, love has no bounds between gender.
I know, which I was like, yay, progressive, but also this is a child. That's not appropriate, dude.
Weird.
Yeah.
But then he's just like,
again,
nah, I just
fucking
want us
HR
to
nightmare.
go play with my watermelons. Which
Yeah, go
again
play
sounds
with
like a
my melons.
euphemism But
it really is melons.
Yep.
Yep, it absolutely is.
And then
it's just weird. It's just weird. It's inappropriate. I don't like it.
the actual moment that really, which is more sad than Shinji having to fight Asuka, is that Rei wants Shinji and his father to become closer.
Because she's so close with Gendo that she wants them to have that.
And so she's asked Gendo if he will come to a dinner party with his son and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And Gendo agrees.
Oh my gosh, it's so heartbreaking.
But unfortunately,
it doesn't
what
ever
happens
happen.
next is during when this thing is supposed to happen, which we can get into now.
Yep. So we're doing the tests for Ava Unit 3. You know, normally it would be in the original series it was Toji who did this, but in the series we're doing Asuka. I wonder if it's because we just had like no time to develop that emotional connection with Toji to really like fuck people up, that they were just like, we'll do Asuka.
That is part of it.
Okay.
But we also see more of Toji in the final film.
Okay, copy.
Not as a pilot.
Okay, copy. Noted. Yeah, so I mean, you know, Ava turns out it's an angel, so now we have to deploy pilots to go take out Unit 3.
Just like the original.
So Shinji has to go fight. He's like, no, I can't because it's Asuka. And Gendo is like, well, fuck you. You're going to do it. We're going to deploy the dummy plug. And like, there was a couple things that I liked during this. I liked us seeing inside of the entry plug when the angel starts taking over. I thought that was really cool.
Do you want to know a little fun fact about that?
Absolutely.
I'm going to send you an image here. The original storyboarding for that moment when Asuka's mind is being taken over used to include a moment where in her mind, she felt and saw her face get ripped off. And then it turned back and her own ripped off face was mocking her.
Oh my gosh, that's horrifying.
Yes, that's a picture from the storyboard.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Post this in the Discord.
I will. Yeah, it was really fucked up. And Anna was kind of like,
so fucked up.
This is a little dark. I'm not going to include this anymore.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
This is another version of that exact same thing.
That is really like awful, but really cool in terms of like storytelling.
Yeah, and she grabs the face and tries to put the torn off flesh back on her face, and yeah, so that's the thing that happens.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then what was the other point that I thought was really cool during this part? Oh, the dummy plug being activated was so much more horrifying in this. Just like this weird thing that's like spatchcocked shrimp that just like and goes over and like makes Shinji's hands, like they're forcing Shinji's hands to operate the Ava. That's fucked up.
In the original, he just kind of like cowered back as the thing took over. But in this one, it's like, no, your hands are going to be the ones moving, doing this.
You are actively like ripping this and destroying this thing.
That is really fucked up.
Yeah.
Because he's literally tearing it apart and eating it, as of what happens in the original. But the music in the scene is very funny because it's just a bunch of like kids singing like a happy little song while the angel the Ava just gets fucking eaten up.
Just really hitting up the fucked upness of this this whole thing. Being like, these are children, people. Have fun watching. This child can't look away.
Now, a big difference between this movie and the last one is that in the last one, Shinji threatens to do damage to Nerve.
Yeah.
But in this one, he
does.
He does, yeah.
Yep.
Not a lot, but like, it's nice to like actually see him not just say it. You know, like he actually did it. He's like, I'm not
follows through with his words.
Fucking around anymore. Damn it, Daddy.
I'm sorry, Kuwabara. Why are you here? Oh man, yeah. Well, and as in the series, Shinji quits Nerve, which is fair. And so as he's like leaving and blah blah blah, the 10th angel, which is the weird ribbon cow one, except it's more of a ribbon now.
Yeah, this one looks like a mummy at first.
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, it's still brutal. It still can kill you with a ribbon dance, which is terrifying. But like Mari?
So her full name is Mari Illustrious Makanami.
Get the fuck out. Illustrious? Is she a drag queen? What is this name?
Look, man, Mari, I think Mari, and there's a lot of theories as to who or what Mari is, but I think Mari is what the series needed because she's the only one that is just there to have a good time. Asuka needs to be the best. Shinji's the whiny one. Rey's
Mhm.
always, fighting with her things, but she's just like
Trying to
there
be
to have,
human.
yeah, she's just there to have fun.
Yeah, she's there to fuck shit up
She's
and
just
take
like,
names and
yeah, and she can smell other people that were inside the Ava that she's.
I'm like, this is so strange. I don't understand.
So,
Uh,
okay,
are we gonna talk about the craziness that happens with her Ava and this new level, this new Digivolve?
in a second.
Okay.
First, you mentioned you don't like her plug suit. To me,
No, I don't
you
like it.
don't like the pink.
No, I don't like the look of it. I don't know if this is just like internalized in feminophobia or whatever it is, but like I just think it looks stupid.
Now I sent you an image of other colorways that they were working.
Yes, you did. There were some interesting ones. I don't know. I don't know why. The closest one I think I like is the bottom middle one.
I was going to say
kind
the
of, like,
bottom
teal
teal orange. Yeah, that's
like
my
we can
favorite too.
still like there's still those pops of pink and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just don't like the baby pink with like the weird violet. I don't know. I just don't think it looks good.
Well, you'll be happy to know that everyone gets new suits in the next film.
Great.
Um, everyone kind of, like I said, have their theories on what she is. Everyone's number one theory is that she's just there for fan service, because when she puts on her plug suit, she goes, perfect fit, and like pumps her chest, and it gives like that Gynax bounce.
Yeah, we love a Gynax bounce.
And in this show, they obviously they have that kind of stuff, but it's usually not as like in your face with that. But this was like, whoa.
Yeah, she was definitely the fan servicey of all of them. They're like, we took away it's from Asuka, but we need to still have it in there to keep people interested. So I guess we'll make a new character.
Yeah, so a lot of people think she's just there for that, which is obviously partially true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she has her pink suit. She's getting into Ava's unit too because Shinji is not having a good time.
No, and
He's just cowering away.
Yeah, and then Asuka's in quarantine because they're like, we don't know if the angel contaminated her mind or not, so we're
Which
just gonna
totally fair.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was a very smart move on their part.
Down to just one pilot, and it's one that they didn't know they had.
Rey? Oh, no. Mari.
Mari.
They're like, we'll just put the dummy plug in one, which we know doesn't work.
Now, they're all confused as to how this Ava has been activated. Mari's part of a different organization, Lindsay.
Is she part of Zele?
No, she's part of the IPEA.
International Protection of Evangelion Assets.
Agency. You were close.
Agency. Oh, dang it.
They are part of the United Nations. They're a United Nations group.
Okay.
Because the United Nations kind of looks over everything,
Mhm.
funding and whatnot. They've got some secret access, so she just can get in, kind of like Kaworu, or
Kaworu?
fuck it. Kaworu. She can get into any Ava she wants.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Don't make eye contact with me through the webcam and say that. You jerk. Oh man. Well, yeah, she's like the only one doing it. Oh my gosh. She enters like beast mode with her Ava. And
Which
like
is
everyone
a
at
new
Nerve
feature.
is like, yeah, everybody at Nerve is like, did you know it could do that? I didn't know it could do that. Like, what the fuck is going on? Just like, I feel like you should, I guess, but maybe it's like the UN having checks and balances to like make sure that, I don't know. But anyways, it goes beast mode, which is crazy.
Beast mode.
Holy moly.
Because it even shows the pilots changing. Like their eyes go green. They like kind of get this demon-like state. Mari's go green.
Oh, okay.
And you kind of like the Ava changes ever so slightly. Like it's, I think it's super neat.
I think it's really cool. I was like, what is this? But I mean, it doesn't do anything because this ribbon monster is kicking everybody's ass. And then, oh my gosh, Rey comes in with an
her
N2.
giant bomb.
And this part broke my heart because she's doing it and she says, I want to do it so that Shinji never has to pilot an Ava again, because she like found his Walkman, and oh my gosh, it's just
It's love. It's love.
It is. I love it.
I really like Rey in these movies. She just has so much more to her.
I agree. She's, it's great because she still is that very like stiff, like unhuman character, but it gives her a little bit more like oomph.
Yeah, well, even like in the scene when they're in the elevator and she goes to slap, or Asuka goes to slap her, instead of getting slapped, she catches Asuka's hand in this version. It's just kind of this moment to be like, no, she's different in this one, girl. But Well, about her.
Yeah, she kind of gets absorbed into the angel, which I was
Literally
like,
eaten.
oh, cool. Now this angel looks like the end of Evangelion. Perfect. Things are
So
going to get fucked.
that's a massive change. Is they were like, we're gonna do the Lilith looking thing, but we're gonna blend it with this angel this time.
Which basically she just
Because
got a really cool weave.
yeah, but like the white body's there as well.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And yeah, like, so Mari, her Ava, like, I don't know what people fly. Her Ava crashes into like the bunker where Shinji is.
Yeah.
And they kind of have this moment where she gives him a pep talk and is like, dude, we need you to come pilot Ava Unit 1 because we're fucked. And he's like, you're right. So he's like running through all of the like craziness and stuff like that to like go to Ava 1 as, we see the angel breaking into the bridge. I don't remember what it's called. The control room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again,
Because it's going for Lilith.
yeah. And again, like I loved this in the series. I love this now. It's like, everything looks fucked, and then pilot or Ava Unit 1 comes in and saves the day. Like,
Just
it's
through
great.
the wall with the left hook.
And then we got like the elevator part where, always polite Miss Masato, and then fires them up the elevator, which is really great. Like, oh, it's so awesome.
The whole battle here is super epic. From like Rey with the bomb getting eaten, Mari's Ava looking like absolute hell because it's been beaten to shit while it was in berserk mode. But then Shinji gets berserk mode too.
Yeah, that was crazy. Oh my gosh. Like, because yeah, we have that whole pacing of like he's beating the shit out of the angel and then he loses power. And instead of having kind of like a Tinkerbell moment, like his rage, I guess, just triggers something within it. And his entry plug is like descending. Is that what's happening?
I don't remember exactly what's going on.
Because I remember they're like, you're going too deep, Shinji. And he's like, I don't care. I need to save Rey.
Yeah, he's getting too, kind of like when he turned into the LCL. It's like he's getting too into the Ava essentially. But this whole moment is so beautiful.
It's like beautiful, but it's also gross because his skin kind of sloughs off while he's trying to reach for Rey.
Well, because he's like, I'm not going anywhere without her. And they're like, bro, she's been absorbed. Much like in the OG series, she's now what you were inside that Ava. She's LCL, baby. Yep. She's in the core. Like, that's it. It's done.
Yep. But he's like, I'm not having that.
Holy shit. When he transcends humanity and literally the Evangelion becomes a god.
It's kind of crazy.
Like the wings sprout, like in the previous movie with the third impact.
He gets a halo.
He gets the halo and he kind of like up into the air and like dives into this angel. And after an emotional moment, pulls Rey from this body and then triggers the third impact.
Yeah, I was like, so we're ending the movie with the third impact. That's what's happening, right? I'm understanding this.
Yeah, because you hadn't seen the end credits scene yet.
No.
And it's literally this beautiful moment. Shinji looks epic as he's like glowing and becoming this godlike creature as Rey's ghostly form matches the height of an Ava, which by the way, in this movie, the Avas are about 70 meters tall. In the original, they were 30. So that's why they seem a little more, or 40. So in that one, they seem a little more imposing now. That's why.
Okay, good to know.
But like, they're floating and they're embracing and it's so beautiful and the world begins to end and everyone's like,
fuck.
Oh, fuck, this is the third impact.
No, human instrumentality.
And then the movie ends.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck is we got 2 more fucking movies.
I know. I was like, this is the end though. We have 2 movies. What's going on?
It's just going to be 2 movies of Asuka fighting on the beach with Shinji.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it. Pathetic.
But that's when I realized, oh, fuck, you should probably watch the end credits scene.
Yep. I mean, it didn't clear up a lot of stuff, but at least it was like, I know which direction now we're going because Kaworu comes down in his Ava 6 and he has a Halo too. So like clearly something's going to happen there.
And he sends his spear of Cassius or his lance of Cassius. Or no, he has a spear. He throws down his spear of Cassius and like impales Shinji, stopping the explosion. And that's where we end with that movie.
But is it like when they have like how they have the spear of Longinus in Lilith to prevent her evolution?
Correct.
So is that basically what he just did? Did he just stop the third impact?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. What does that mean?
Did you catch what he said?
No.
From space as he descended, Uwuwu said, "This time I'll make sure you're happy no matter what."
Oh, yes, he did. I'm so interested to know what that means because yeah, we didn't
This
really get a
time.
lot. I know we didn't get a lot of him in the first series, and so I'm interested to see how they develop this relationship.
But I don't know if you're picking up on what I'm saying here, Lindsay.
What, that it's just another timeline of this story?
This
Or is it
time.
that okay, stop fucking saying it over and over again, expecting a different result. Is it
Uwuwu
like
has
no,
been
hey,
here
hang on.
before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so is like Uwuwu and is like Shinji somehow some sort of like fated whatever from prophecy or whatever, and they've just been like fated to do this story over and over again on different planets?
I can't answer that question,
Of course
but
you
it
can't.
certainly does feel like a bit of like that's hinting at some sort of loop.
Hmm.
You know, we saw the previous coffins. There was more before him that had been opened up.
Maybe this is all just meta humor and and Gendo or not Gendo, fuck me. Ano was just like acknowledging that like, yeah, this is another story. We're doing this again.
Well, when we finish the movies, we can get more into theories on that.
Okay.
But do you have any questions?
I mean, I asked them all throughout the out the thingy, so should I have more questions?
No, no. I'm sure you'll have a whole bunch more in the next two
Oh,
films because
I'm sure I will.
they are all new content, Lindsay.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be crazy.
In fact, a little bit of just a little spoiler for you.
Ooh, you never do this for me.
The next film, we're doing a time skip.
Oh, what? How far?
14 years.
So we're gonna deal with 28-year-olds, allegedly.
Yes.
Don't look at the webcam and say things. You're making
We
me
will
nervous.
be dealing with 28-year-olds,
I
Lindsay.
feel like I'm not going to be dealing with 28-year-olds. I'm still going to be dealing with 14-year-olds.
We'll have to wait and see, baby.
Fine.
But yes, to kind of pull things together, these films, the first two, are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The angels are incredible. The sound is incredible.
Oh man, such cool sound design.
It feels so much less mentally draining.
I don't need a hug after watching these ones.
We've basically gotten to the episode 23, 24 without having any emotional breakdowns on our end.
Yep. It is
so
nice.
much easier. But we will be heading into the 3.33 in the next episode, which I think is going to be a very interesting experience for you because it's going to completely take us away from everything you've learned about Evangelion so far, Lindsay.
Oh man.
It is same characters, same timeline, all new shit, baby.
Oh man.
So we'll
wait a second.
What?
Time jump. Are they in the LCL like gooping around for 14 years so they come out and they're still 14 but everybody else is like aged up?
No.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well, guess we can end the episode.
Make sure to check out the rest of our Evangelion watch through, which includes moments of, oh, that's fun, and moments of Lindsay literally having to remove her bra because her chest was hurting too much.
It is true. Guess which arc that was?
Did it have something to do with Toji?
Maybe.
So yeah, make sure to check that out. We've got new Evangelion episodes every other week. So we'll catch you with the next one in 2 weeks for this one. Unless you're listening in the future, then you can go watch the next one right away.
Binge it, baby.
And you should do that.
Yes, listen to all of our content.
With that being said, if you like retro anime, make sure to check out our other episodes. We've got over 70 episodes of retro anime reviews.
Man, 70 already.
We've also got a YouTube channel with full-length edited videos. We've got a couple new ones coming out this month. And also make sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/animates to get access to bonus episodes, bonus content, ad-free episodes and videos, our Discord,
Woo!
and for a chance to get thanked here on the channel.
Ooh.
We would like to give a shout out to our retro cuties and our supporting characters. Thank you so much for the love on the Patreon.
Yep. Love you lots.
Up next, we've got our Chibi Champions with Swamp Wizard.
Bow, 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 bow.
And then moving on, we got our Nostalgia Wizards
Whoosh,
with
whoosh, whoosh.
Butler, Rat Herd, Railgun, Season 2 of the Bird, says Mikasa from Afar, which is for animative context. And then the one for us is last week, Lindsay asked for Daddy Sephiroth, so I'm currently drawing that. And I am still excited to see the Daddy Sephiroth drawing.
Oh, man. I'm always excited for Daddy Sephiroth.
I didn't, but I was very tempted to message them personally and be like, I need this to be as horny as possible. But I didn't want to get inside of their creative process. I want to see what they'll do natively.
Oh, man. But they're going to hear this.
Shh, that's you're ruining my plan of doing it. What's that word?
Oh, subconsciously.
Time to make it subconscious.
Oh my gosh.
Daddy Sephiroth.
Oh my gosh. Just make me blush when I look at it.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Alrighty, well, we will catch you next week. Thank y'all for hanging around to listen to our lovely little podcast. We've got some exciting stuff coming up, including some guest episodes, which is going to be pretty fun. Exciting. So look forward to that. And yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday.
All right. See you next Tuesday.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Pathetic.